everybody. Ooh, it's Colleen with Chalk Couture. How's everybody doing tonight? Hope everybody's having a fantastic Monday. I'm just going to go ahead and get the iPad going while we wait for some people to come in. If you're catching on the replay, hello. We're going to be featuring some fun new stuff tonight. If my iPad would get going, I want to wait until I get this going before I start talking. Come on, iPad. Come on, iPad. Bear with me. I'm so sorry. This thing is slower than dirt. Here we go. Okay. I see me. All right. Let's share it. Okay. We are shared. Yay. And now I can see on the iPad to see if anybody's here. Oh, hello. Okay. So, last week I was at our Chalk Couture convention, which was awesome. It was in Dallas. It was awesome and exhausting. So I'm just finally trying to catch up on some sleep. But I wanted to come in. Hello, Mary. I know, we did. They spoiled us so rotten at ChalkCon. I apologize. And not only did I just come back from ChalkCon, we're having some work done at the house. So my craft area is like pretty much packed, sort of, and trying to get ready for them to do some work in here. So I kind of am on my side desk, which I know the background here is kind of busy, and I apologize for that. But anyway, enough of that nonsense. We're going to show some new product. Yay! I hope you guys all saw the awesome, amazing autumn, which I keep spelling autumn wrong, and my apologies for that. I don't know why I keep leaving off the N, but I do. So autumn winter collection catalog. Oh my gosh, so much greatness in here. I can't even tell you guys. So there's over, I want to say like 100 and something new transfers. We brought back some good favorites. We have some new surfaces. We have some new accessories. We have brand new chalk pastes. Oh my gosh, brand new chalk pastes, our new in vogue colors. We've got some inks, some paste packet singles, so much goodness in here. But I have that link on both on my Facebook business page and in the VIP group, so you guys can certainly take a look at that. Just go to the website and click on the Autumn Winter Catalog 2019, and it's like a page turner. You can just page through at your leisure and just oogle over all the goodiness. So enough of that. Let's show some fun stuff that we got. I know, Mary, right? So much good stuff. So one of our new B-size transfers, I Will Love You Till the Cows Come Home. Isn't that adorable? Oh my gosh, I love that. And then another transfer that they gave us was hot coffee, always brewed fresh, and then baked fresh daily. I love this for the kitchen. I have a hot coffee bar, so this is perfect. This is actually the project that I'm going to do tonight. Hello, Tammy. This is what I'm going to do tonight. Then we got this transfer, so we got all these at a create and take. They had a fun pajama create and take for us, and that's where we got our 3 surfaces and these 3 transfers. Now this transfer, which I only created the one project there at the create and take, because it was so much fun. We were just all watching each other chalk away, and I just only got to the one project, honestly. So so this one, hold on, let me move this. I'm going to show it to you. And I did it on the new surface, our new Odette board, but because I literally shoved it in my suitcase to try to get it to fit, some of the chalk peeled off. So you'll see what happened in a minute. So this is our beautiful new Odette board. It's awesome. Isn't this gorgeous? So what I did was I created this while we were there at ChalkCon, and you might see that I had a little chipping because it was shoved in my suitcase. So even though it looks white, it looks like it might be wood. It's not, guys. It's a chalkboard. So I erased the E to show you, but I'm going to erase the rest and show you how easily this comes off of here. Now, because it is a white surface, you may have some staining. I just want to try to make sure I don't make a mess here. Getting water everywhere. It may leave a little staining, but what I did was I took my board eraser and it washed right off. You may notice, well, I don't know if you can notice or not, but see this red here? That's a shimmer red, guys. Oh, it's stunning. It's so pretty. So that was one of the chalk pastes that we also got as well while we were there. So, so I got to use it and I love it. But you'll see how it's kind of smearing a little bit where it looks like, uh-oh, you know, what's happening, it's going to stain. It's not, I promise you. Just use your board eraser and it's going to come right off. I did not wax this. It's a chalkboard. I didn't wax it. I kind of took my chances and I was like, it should come off, hopefully come off, even though I used black. And I tested the E before I came live just because I didn't want to look like a fool and say something that it was not true. But it worked. It came right off with no problems. But like I said, ironically enough, the red is kind of what left behind a little bit of images. So, so when I just took the board eraser, it came off without a problem. And I'm going to show you. So I've got my board eraser. Okay, watch this. Comes right off, guys. Not a problem. See? I'll put that back in there. Let me get some more paper towels and we'll just continue on our way. See how it came right off? No worries. And now we'll finish it off. So what I think I'm going to do, I think I'm just going to put the coffee on here, even though I love the farmhouse, but I messed it up because I didn't protect it when I threw it in my luggage, and that was my bad. All right, let's finish this off. Isn't this such a pretty board though? I love the black framing. So pretty. Let's grab that board eraser one more time and we'll get the last of this residue off, and then we'll be ready to rock and roll. Do you guys want to see an exclusive transfer that we got? I was debating whether or not to show it because you know what, and I've looked at the catalog a few times and I think it's an exclusive transfer now that I'm saying that. Hold on, where's the other one? So we got this. You got this. That was another one. Hello, Amanda. And then because Chalk Con Convention had a lot of birds in it, so this is You Were Born to Fly, and it's a little bird. This was an exclusive for going to Chalk Couture. So, yep, it says Convention 2019 on it. So that was pretty cute. Tied right in with the, yep, this is convention only. So they were two of the perks for going, which was awesome. But the ones I'm working with tonight are actually available in the catalog. So we'll bring it up again. And we'll chalk this real quick. I am going to just do it in black. I'm going to be very boring and basic because that is what will match what I have in my kitchen. So here were the pieces to what I had, the farmhouse, and you could do the different wreaths in the center, and then you just finish out house, and it's got the berries, and then it's got the cute little bird, again the bird theme with Chalk Con, so that was pretty cute. I actually saw someone and I thought this was really funny. Someone spelled out farmhouse, but instead of putting the wreath for the O, they put the cow for the O. I thought that was really clever. I really like that. I thought it was cute. So, so we're going to change this out. I'm going to move these off to the side. These are both B-size transfers, as you can see. And this is our C-size transfer. So I'm going to show you another cute goodie that we got. That if you've already checked out the catalog, you probably saw this. Guys, it's our transfer trimmers. How awesome are they? Aren't they so cute? So we're going to use them now. We're going to open up this bad boy and we're going to get rocking and rolling and do a project. So as we always do with a brand new transfer, we always write on the back so that we know what is the back side of our carrier sheet. I'm just looking for my marker because everything's all over the place. Finally, trimmers, I know. And they're really nice. They're really nice. They almost kind of feel, I know they're not, but they kind of feel powder coated or something, some kind of coating on there. So pretty. And it's good size for your hands. Love them. Okay, so we will use our new transfer trimmer, shall we? And cut this bad boy right along the line that they have given us here on the transfer. They work like a charm. So nice. Okay, and then we're gonna label the back. And you can see I can't cut straight to save my life, even when I have a line there to help me. I still mess it up. So let's call this hot coffee. excuse my terrible handwriting. Let that dry for a sec. I'm gonna just put this one off to the side on the floor, hopefully so I don't step on it. And then at the end of this project, I'm gonna show you the other two surfaces that they gave us at ChalkCon. So let's go ahead and get this off of the carrier sheet, and we're gonna fuzz, fuzz, fuzz. So we're just gonna peel this. Remember, it kind of works best when you just use your finger and roll it right off, like so. And then we're gonna put this guy on our fuzzing cloth because, as you know, our silkscreen transfers are sticky backed. They are reusable. They can be used with both our chalk paste, which is not permanent and can be washed off, and they can also be used with our couture ink that is permanent, that if you heat set it, it will make it permanent and will not go anywhere. So you can use it on things like t-shirts, mugs, any kind of ceramic. So if you can heat set it in the oven or with an iron, you use our ink. If you want to have your home decor be interchangeable and change it out and change your designs, use your chalk paste. And you can use the paste on just about any surface. So that includes things like chalkboards, burlap, canvas, glass, mirrors, walls, paper, just to name a few. Once we have our transfer set on there, all that I am doing is checking for bubbles, just to make sure I don't have any bubbling going on in my silkscreen area. If you've got bubbles in the teal section, a-okay. Not a problem. You just don't want them in the silkscreen area. Now, you can probably notice, I'll hold this up a little bit, see how there's some dots in the silkscreen area there, some of the teal? That's going to make it look distressed when you chalk on it, okay? It's supposed to look like that. So I don't want you to think, oh no, when you do your peel and reveal that something went wrong. No, it's supposed to look distressed. So you're good to go. So now I just need to reach down here and find my black. Give me one sec because I did not get a chance to grab it out of here. Should be, let's see, sorry. Here it is. There it is. There's our black. Wait, is that black? Yes, that's black. I thought for a second it was purple, but no, that's black. Okay, so now we're going to open up our chalk paste and watch for falling chalk boogies. It's just dried chalk paste that gets on the side of your jar. And then we're going to grab a squeegee. I'm trying to find a squeegee over here. I tucked everything into my drawers so everything would be off on my desk. And we're going to grab a stirry stick too. So let's grab that, because we need to have our chalk paste to a nice yogurt-like consistency. So we're just going to give it a good stir. If it's feeling like it's a little stiff, go right on ahead and add water to it. Now, it is recommended to use distilled water so that you're not getting any molding in there. And we actually have a brand new spritzer, which I do not have yet, but a brand new single stream light mister, it's called. And it's pretty flipping amazing if you ask me. But I do not have that yet. I'm just going to use my good old-fashioned water sprayer and just add just a hint of water in there. Okay? And then I'm just going to get my stirry stick cleaned off. And I have a pan of water right off to the side here that I'm throwing my tools as I'm working. Okay? So let me just make sure I didn't get any paste on my fingers. I think I'm good. And we're going to do a nice helping of this. Because remember, whatever you put on, you can take back off, okay? So if I'm putting a lot of chalk paste on here, I can squeegee, I got some chalk boogies, sorry. I can squeegee it right off and put it right back into my jar. So all we're going to do is just get a nice layer on here. Okay, just like that. I probably could have added some more water to my paste. It's still feeling a little thick, but we're going to go with it. It should be okay. All that I'm doing is worrying about the silkscreen area. I'm putting a nice thin layer on there. I apply a little pressure with my squeegee when I hold it straight up and down. It gives me that nice pull so that I can get all that excess chalk paste and just slide it on over. See how that works? Pretty easy, right? I think it's even easier than coloring. Honestly, all you're doing is putting the chalk paste through your silk screen with the squeegee. Pretty darn easy. The designs are already done for you, but if you did want to personalize them, all you have to do is buy the fonts, and then you can personalize away. And then you can also mix and match transfers to create your own sayings or things like that. Kind of like how I mentioned with the cow, instead of using the wreath that came with the transfer, someone used the cow, and I thought that was pretty clever. Okay, any excess goes right back into your jar, and then my squeegee's going into my pan of water off to the side. Remember, when removing your transfer, you always want to pull top to bottom or left to right. If I could get my finger in here, that'd be great. So I'm going to pull this away. Oh, doesn't that look amazing? I love it. I love the distressed look. I love it on this board. And again, I apologize for my busy background. Yeah, that's just, it's just my old table there. So what I'm doing is I'm putting my transfer, I'm getting the back of it nice and wet because it is a little bit big for my pan of water. So once you get the back of it wet, you can really have it touch itself. It's okay. It's when it's sticky and not wet and you don't want it to stick to itself. So I'm just making sure the whole back is wet so that I can kind of fold it up in there. Hello, Johnny. Long time no see, girl. All right, so there is our hot coffee. Always brewed fresh. Yes, indeed it is. It looks so good. I just love, I always say it, and it's true though. Simplicity. I love simplicity. And this, my friends, so easy to do. That took just a few minutes to do, right? So normally I would dry it with my heat tool just to set it. It's going to dry on its own perfectly fine in about 4 minutes. If I didn't have to take an airplane, I want to go back. I hear you, Johnny. I'm just happy I finally caught up on some sleep. I'm feeling a lot better. It was amazing, exciting. What was the other word I was trying to say? Informative, like learned so much. Met so many awesome people in person. So yeah, tons of fun, so let's move on. So that's our finished project for tonight on our Odette board, which is awesome, with our new transfer, the hot coffee. That's one piece of it. And then the other piece of it, as I said, was the baked fresh daily. So you could go either way with that. We decided to do the coffee because I have the coffee bar. So let us pull up two of the other surfaces. I didn't even open these yet, guys. I just worked with the Odette, and that's as far as I got. So this, my friends, is one of our brand new surfaces. It is the Couture Boutique board. This is, oh my gosh, if I could read, that would be really helpful. This is called our Silvie Board, and it is 9 by 12, and it's a white frame. So let's take a look together. So excited. And this, like I said, is in our brand new catalog that I will put the link to at the bottom of the page. And here we go. This board, it's going to be, hopefully you guys can see it. It kind of sort of puts me in mind, look how gorgeous that is. It kind of sort of puts me in mind of almost like a tray. I don't know if you can see it. Maybe if I hold it sideways, you can see how it curves in like that. It's really cool, really awesome. I love this board. So this board is actually replacing our Graysons. Our Grayson boards are going to be going to, I want to say the last chance, Johnny, correct me if I'm wrong, going to the last chance section until they're gone. These are replacing them. These are the Silvie boards. They're amazing. They come with the sawtooth hooks, either vertically or horizontally, whichever way you decide that you want to hang it. It is washable. It's a Chalk Couture board. You don't need to wax it when you use our products, so no worries about that. If you're buying from other big box stores, their chalk boards, I might wax it just to protect your transfer and just so that you can wash off your transfer. We can definitely guarantee you that it's not going to do that. It's not going to leave ghosting on here. If it did leave a little ghosting, just like I showed you on the Odette, you use the board eraser and that will help it. the board eraser on the big box stores chalkboards might actually start taking some of the chalk paint off. So just be careful. That's why I say to wax when you're not using a Chalk Couture surface. So how awesome is this board, guys? I love it. So we'll do a project on that one tomorrow for sure. So that's that one. And then we've got one more. Look at this, guys. Look how big it is. It probably can't even fit it on my camera. This, my friends, is our reclaimed drawer front. Did you guys see this in the catalog? Oh my goodness. This, and it's like you kind of have to see it up close because someone that I was sitting with at the Create and Take did a project on it, and it is stunning. So no more do you have to go to your local wherever, Salvation Army, Goodwill, old cabinet places and then paint, stain, sand, all that yuckiness. It's all done for you guys with our cabinet door. Oh my gosh, so sorry. That box was a little ridiculous. That was huge. Here it is, guys. I don't know if you can see this. Hold on, I'm waiting for it to catch up. All the grain detailing in here, it looks like it was sanded and distressed. It's gorgeous, and it's got some weight to it, I'm not gonna lie. Let's get this off. And oh, you know what? The only thing is, I thought that they had clips on it, but they don't. Womp womp. That's the only downside. But what would look really good, hello Rhonda, with this new surface, this would be kind of like what I would call like a wall leaning surface, or if you have a stand, that's what I'm trying to say, like a fancy stand that you could put it in. But this is something that would look awesome on the fireplace, just kind of leaning on the wall. That would be cool too. I'm saying that only because the hinges aren't on there. You could obviously put your own hinges on there if you wanted to, but I didn't realize that they didn't have them, so until we just opened it. That's the only little tiny thing. But for me, because it does have some weight to it, I would make this a leaning piece up against the wall, like on the mantle or something, or even in my kitchen in the counter. That would be awesome too, I think. Can you guys see the green? Can you see how thick it is? Pretty cool, huh? And like I said, it's really got some weight to it. But look at all the green, the fine grain details in here. It's pretty awesome. So again, we'll do another project with this later on during the week. But let's bring our Odette back in that we did today. So there we have it. Let's see if it's dry. Oh, it's completely dry. I can run my hands all over it. No worries. And like I said, it is completely washable. I love that. So I could change it out anytime I wanted to. If I didn't want to change it out though, I could just spray some Krylon spray sealer on there, or any kind of spray sealer for that matter, and make it permanent, and it would be perfectly fine. I choose not to do that with any of our Chalk Couture surfaces just because I like the versatility of changing them out. So there we have it. Let's bring in, I'm going to move all of this off to the side, guys, because I always like to show you the project from beginning to end, including how to clean your transfer. So it's a bit messy because it's black chalk paste, but you can see what I mean, how I have it kind of sitting on top of itself, but because I got the back where it's sticky, I made sure to put it down so that it was nice and wet. It will not, I'm so sorry, I keep hiccuping. It will not stick to itself. So what I want to do, I want to grab my towel, where did I put my towel? I had a towel. Where did it go? Oh my goodness, where are you, towel? I just went in the other room and got one. Oh, here it is. It's hiding under my fuzzing cloth. There we go. Okay, so I just use a regular old, hello Rhonda. I just use a regular old kitchen towel, nothing fancy. It's just dollar store. All I'm gonna do is clean this with my board eraser. I'm just gonna flip it so that it's on the chalked side. Now remember, we used black, so there is a potential of it staining, especially if you do not get it into your water pan right away. You don't really want to leave it sitting out for your chalk paste to dry on here. I wouldn't recommend it. I don't think it's really a good way to go. I always like to just clean everything as soon as I use it, because I want to get the most uses out of my transfer that I can. So we kind of did a good job sort of getting all that off, but I'm just going to pull it and put it sticky side up onto my towel here. I'm going to use my board eraser to also clean my tools. I got to dig in here and find my squeegee. And then once I empty my water and I run my board eraser, under the water, it will get that black out of there, so I'll be able to use it. See how it's starting to come out now, but once I run it under water, it'll clean that too. So let us slide that off to the side and bring our transfer front and center. Remember, it is on the sticky side. I like to take my paper towel and just get some of that excess off before I use my disinfectant wipe. That just helps to get some of that excess water from the back of the transfer so that I'm not diluting my my wipe. Okay, so now our tools are clean. We can get rid of that. And we're going to bring in our disinfectant wipe. Like I said, any kind of disinfectant wipe works fine. Just don't use baby wipes on our transfers. There's a chemical in the baby wipes that does not react well. So that's just a little caution there. So we're going to flip it back and we're going to start on the side again that we chalked with. And you'll see just by taking some of that water from the back, it's already starting to bring back its stickiness. But let's use that wipe and try to get off all the rest of that chalk paste. And like I said, it's okay if the paste or the ink, whichever you're using, stains around the transfer. It's perfectly fine. So long as your silk screen area is good, you are good to go. We are going to end on the sticky side. I'm going to just run over with my disinfectant wipe. That's also going to help to get the chalk paste out of the silk screen on the back side. It's also going to help to try to get some of that lint, remember, from our fuzzing cloth that we put on here. And I don't think I said, but the reason that we fuzz is because the transfers are so sticky. We don't want them to stick really, really hard to the surface that we're using it on, because that would make me cry if I could not get my transfer back off of the surface. So you just want to make sure you fuzz it a couple times, and then you can put it on whatever surface you're going to use it on. So now that we have it cleaned off and ready to go, I am going to grab my carrier sheet again. And remember in the beginning of the video how we labeled the back? Because you guys can see this side shiny right here. So the shiny side is going to meet the sticky side. You never want to put your transfer on the paper side, because then, again, that would make me cry. And your transfer will get stuck. So just take that extra step and write on the back of it what the transfer is, or write back, or whatever you want to write on there, just so long as you know that that is the paper side. And then I like to flip it over just to make sure it's on there with no bubbles. I've had that happen one time where I didn't realize there was a crease in it and I creased right on my silk screen. So, I mean, you could flatten it out with the book if that happens, but I like to take the extra time just to make sure my transfer's back on there good and smooth and ready to go. And then we've got our other piece, so I can get another board and do that and make that one. And as always, all of our instructions, our use and care, are on the back of our transfers with little pictures to show you. So that way, if you don't have my video handy to guide you through, you can always just look at the instructions right on the back. So then we just return it to its packaging, and now I can use this transfer again and again between 8 to 10 times. Honestly, I get more times out of that because if you really care for your transfers and make sure that they're cleaned right away, you can most likely get a lot more uses out of them than that. So that is it. Let's bring our finished piece back in here again for our hot coffee bar. There we go. She's a beauty. Love it. So easy and so simple. And that is going to jazz up any coffee bar, I think. I think it's a great housewarming gift, right, guys? Bridal shower, or any coffee lover, like for their birthday. So many great different variations for gifts that you can use this one on, right? So make one for yourself and then make one as a gift. That's what it's meant to be used for, because our transfers are reusable, right? Okay, I feel like I just talked a mile a minute for the last 30 minutes, and I apologize. I'm hyper tonight. So that's my project. That is it. That's a wrap. I will be back tomorrow. We're gonna work on another one of the new surfaces tomorrow. Maybe we'll do the farm one, because that will fit perfectly. That board was definitely made for a B-size transfer. So that is it, ladies and gents. Have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday evening. Be safe out there, and I will see you later. Have a good one. Bye.